welcome to our sweet holiday hop.
Hey everyone, it's LJ here and welcome to the What a Sweet Holiday Hop. I'm so excited for this one. So we are doing this incredible hop with some wonderful crafters. Please follow along and see everybody. So we are going to provide you some inspiration for the upcoming holiday season, and we're doing food themed projects, so anything surrounding holiday foods. If you go down to my description box after you've watched my video, of course, you'll find a link to the next person in the hop. Go all the way through. We love chatting to you all, so please give everyone a big thumbs up and a comment. If you haven't subscribed to everyone, please consider it. There are some very talented crafters on this hop, and I know that they all love chatting to you as much as I love chatting to you. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider it and ring the bell, because then you'll get every alert for every video, which is brilliant. There is a hashtag, as always with these hops, which is this sweet holiday hop. If you type that in, you'll be able to find all of the videos so that you don't miss any. There might be some channels offering their own prizes, so keep an eye out and an ear out and have a watch and see if anyone is, and then you'll know what to do for them. So let's get into it. For me, I'm kind of annoying at Christmas. I don't like turkey. It's too dry for me. I don't like mince pies. I don't like Christmas pudding. I don't like cranberries. So all those sort of traditional things I don't really like. But what I do love is the snacks. So I like the snacky little bits rather than actual food. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to do some place cards for our Christmas table, and I'm going to create some candy canes with a bow on. So this is what we're going to be making. So I made a purple one for me, obviously. So here is my purple candy cane, and I mean, you can have it going either way. Either way works. And then I've made a little bow to stick on them. And these are just going to go on some nameplates for our table. So, I mean, how cute is that? It's absolutely adorable. And you know what? The candy cane is easier than the bow. So if you'd prefer not to do the bow, then you've got quite an easy job with the candy cane. We'll start off with the bow, just because that is a bit more fiddly. So, for the size that I'm doing, which is... how tall is my candy cane? When fully created, my candy cane is 4 inches. So if you want to do one of a similar size, then you'll need the same piece of paper. So this is a 3x3 square of card. You will need it. I don't know, for the bow you could have colour on both sides, but it's easier if you're coloured on one side to follow the instructions. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the colours on the outside, and we're going to fold point to point both ways. So with the colour on the outside, we've folded one way and the other way. Now we're going to fold the colour inside, and we're going to do just across the middle. So first off we did that triangle, then that triangle, then we folded it in and we did this rectangle, this rectangle. So you want to put it so your colour is face down, and we're going to squeeze these together to make a cross, and then just fold it one direction. Okay, so now we have a square piece, and if you look at it from the top, you've got these two bits folded in. Okay, so next you're going to fold the tip down. Now they did it on a 6x6 sheet and they folded down 1 inch. You just want to fold down the tip. Doesn't need to be a huge, you can do 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, totally up to you. and you just want to fold that down. So now you have a flat top to your square. Okay, then we're going to open it up, and this I find is the trickiest point. So I'm going to grab my pen, and when we folded the top down, we created a little cube, well, a little square here in the middle. Okay, so that's what we folded. When we folded our top down, we've got that dotted line all across the piece like so. Okay, and this is the tricky bit. We're going to push that square in. The easiest way I found was just to gently crease each edge in. Just gently, you don't want to push it too far, but we do want to get that going in. And then now we're going to make the same shape it in, and I'm going to do the same shape, just with that folded inside. Okay, let me crease this and then I'll go through that again. So we have our piece, we've got that square on top, and we're just making the same shape but pushing that square inside. So now you have your flat top, and if I was to stand this up, you can see that that is inside. Does that make sense? That's the most difficult part, you'll be pleased to know. Okay, so we're going to go back to having our flat top and bottom and the sides bent in. And you've got a central line here. So you have a fold line here. Okay, this line is folded. So I'm just going to do it really lightly so that it doesn't go through to the other side, but so you can still see it. And we're going to fold these edges in. So from that line, we're just going to fold a little down to meet the line. And just do that. So there you can see I have just folded this down so that it lines up with the centre point. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to hold it up this way, and we're going to slowly and carefully open this out so it's flat. And then what happens is you get this cute square in the centre. Now where I've folded and unfolded mine, my blue has gone a little bit, but that is okay. It's only because I'm folding it and opening it and folding it and opening it that it's creased. It's not a problem. So now we have this super cute square. We're going to turn it over so that we have got no colour showing. And we are going to cut these edges. So here, there's a fold line. Okay, and we're going to cut along that fold line. And you're going to choose one end and you're going to fold it down like so. Okay, there is our folded down piece. Wonderful. Now these squares that are sticking out here, we're going to turn them into a sharper point. So you've got a central fold line here and here. Okay, and we're going to fold this edge into it. So we're just going to fold this round so that it lines up squares on the bottom and 2 points on the edge. Now these big squares have this fold line in the middle. We're going to cut along those. Where we've cut, there's a fold line here. That was wonky. There's a fold line here and here. And we're going to fold this the same as we did out there. We're going to fold this up to meet that line. Some will line up perfectly, some will line up like this. It's not a problem, you won't see it. So now you'll have your pointy triangles, you'll have a 90-degree angle here, and you'll have another point here. The next step is to fold these bits up. So now we have this, but these are still quite wide. You can leave them like this wide, but that's not what they do that's not what I've done even with the other bows. So now we're going to do the same thing, but from this side we're just going to fold it in. And so now we've got cute bits. And then we're basically done. We're going to slightly curve this. Now you can go one of two ways. You can tuck it in the front, which is what I've done here with this green one. So this bow comes round and tucks in at the front. But I made this purple one and I tucked it backwards. So it kind of depends which look you prefer. I thought I would prefer tucking it backwards, but I actually prefer tucking it forwards because you get to see the curve of the bow. So all I do is just using my bone folder, just going to gently curve that and then tuck it underneath your centre square. Like so. So that's our bow completed. Now we're going to complete our candy cane. So I'm doing the traditional red one to show you. So again, this is red on one side, white on the other. This you do need to be single-sided so that you get the different stripes, because you need to make sure that you have got your red stripe and your white stripe. So with my 3x3 square bow, I'm doing a 4x4 square candy cane. You can obviously size these up, down, and do whatever you like. I think if you get much smaller, the bow is going to be very fiddly, but I'm sure it can be done. So using our 4x4 red square with white on the back. First thing we're going to do, same as the bow, is do the corners. So we've now done our triangle fold, triangle fold. Now we're going to refold one of the triangles, but we're not going to do it at the centre point. So this is our central line, where our central crease, should I say. We're now going to fold it a little bit underneath, 1/4 inch say. It doesn't have to be precise. The smaller you make this, the more colour alternations you will get. The wider you make it, the less you'll get, because it's just the amount of space that you have. What I tend to do is I just bring this point up to this and decide, do I want very thin stripes, do I want fat stripes, do I want somewhere in the middle? And I usually go for somewhere in the middle. I make sure my central points are lined up, and then I just fold this down. So now, as you can see, I've got the white and then the red. So now we're going to flip it over. Now you can do this and just fold it. I want these to survive, so I'm going to cheat ever so slightly, and I'm just going to put a little bit of tape. Just a little bit of tape, because my hands don't like the rolling process, and so having that bit of tape on just gives me an extra bit of security, but you don't need to. This is just for my hands. And so now we're going to roll or fold this up. You could roll it into a circular shape, which obviously is a bit more accurate, but then it is harder to do the curve at the top. So I'm going to roll a flat roll. So trying to keep this same sort of distance, I'm going to fold up, flatten it down, and then once you've got one done, you're literally just folding it over each time. Okie dokies. Here is our now. You may not, but I've had it a couple of times where one end is nice and tight and beautiful, and the other side you get some lumps. That's fine. We're going to disguise these because we're going to turn this into our curve. So you can decide how tall, how short you want your candy cane to be. You can choose whether you want to have the red there in the centre, whether you want to have the white, whether you want to have a squeaky cat who just, she knows. Yeah. No, you want to sit on the hard desk. Do I need to shut you out of the room, missus? Or are you gonna... What if you just headbutted my armpit? Right, I'm going to give her some attention and I will be back shortly. Okay, I have her settled, so let's carry on. Where was I? Right, yes, so we'll have this. You could have it going either direction. You decide what central look you like the most. I like having a bit of one coming in. So if this was further and it was the white coming into the red, that would work just as well. I just like having that little point. And the way that I work it out, because this way there's no measurements, you can just do it based on the length, the size of your piece of paper. Where, oh, I thought you had settled. Okay, so we're going to fold a diagonal line. And I find it's easier to fold along these. So I'm going to, where I've got my central line, I'm going to fold one above it. So I've got this red line here to follow. So I'm going to fold that and I'm going to crease that in, which is decidedly difficult when your hands don't want to play. So we have that fold, and then we're going to, again, on these diagonals, we're going to, on the front diagonal, fold and come back forward, which is an easier crease because there's less there. Okay, and now I'm going to take one of my bulldog clips. Okay, and I'm just going to squeeze that on here just to ensure that this fold takes. And it's the bigger fold that's more important. Okie dokies. We are back and I have made my little table cards. So I've turned them into cards for two reasons. I was going to do them this way and have the candy canes hanging off them. But I have chosen to do it this way so it looks more like a little Christmas card. So they're all going to have their name put on the front. And I always it's just an excuse to buy people more presents because I love giving presents. I absolutely adore it. It's my favourite thing at Christmas is to find the right present for the person. It's just, yeah, I love it. I get so much joy from giving gifts. So I always, when people come over for Christmas, on the table when we eat, they will have a little present from my cats. As I said, it's just an excuse for me to buy them another present. It's less than a £5 type present. It's pound shop stuff. It's just something cute, quirky, whatever for them from the cats. Is just another thing to unwrap and enjoy. So I thought I would make these little cards so I can actually sign in here from my cats to the person at the table. So that is my plan. So I have the red and blue one, which we made. I have the purple and green one. And I thought because this is red, I'll do it on a green background, and this has got green, I'll do it on a red background. And the ones that go this way, I've just got it opening backwards, just to give it a bit more stability, because this is where the strength of the card is. If I had it going the other way, it might topple slightly. That's all. So I was expecting this purple and green one to be my favourite, and I actually think that this black and red one is my favourite. They just make me think of mint humbugs. It's making me hungry. So yeah, let me know down below which is your favourite, and don't forget, at the top of my description there is a link to the next person in the hop. Please follow along. Please let everyone know how much you've enjoyed their contributions, and I hope you get some really, really wonderful food themed inspiration, and I can't wait to watch everyone else's video. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me today, guys. Keep crafting, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.